why we are recording this is because I want people who don't read will be able to listen. Yolngu people, it's not natural to read, but for listening to a story is an interesting thing. People learn not from reading what's in a book. People have learned from listening to stories.
In 2014, I traveled to Central Australia with Noel Balchira and Chris Mason. We spent 4 weeks in Alice Springs, recording 20 books of the Bible in the language of Eastern Islander, which adds up to about 33 hours of recorded audio. Earlier this year, we heard back from Neil, the translator, who had been checking the recordings. We got the green light that all was good. So the studio team got together to finish the huge job of programming the recordings.
These recordings are now available for the local people, and we have received reports of positive feedback. As a result, Neil has requested the remainder of the translated scripture to be recorded, which we plan to do in March 2018.
We recorded the Gospel of Luke in Western Aranda in the late 1990s. Then last year we recut the audio and mixed it for the soundtrack of the Luke video. In September last year, the video was launched out at Hermannsburg with a big celebration out there, and we supplied the local missionaries there with 300 DVDs and 50 micro SD cards for distribution amongst the Aranda speakers.
In 2018, we look forward to recording the audio for another Luke video, this time in the language of Alyawara in Central Australia. We all stayed at an outstation called Darawa. There was 8 of us there. The place was picture perfect. It took about 7 days to finish the recording. We recorded Mark's Gospel in Wangari and Dangumi.
Manguti yun pa yung mandam yul ngodango King David kro yaratangro. Ngaron nan banabunga wa yul ngom nan gum David kum.
Then we headed back to town to record some songs with a local band. Fortunately, we were able to use the high school music room as a studio. These recordings are currently being checked by the translation team before being made available to the local people. Dennis and Glenys Tranter have just finished a 6-week recording trip to Borroloola in the Northern Territory. They were working with the local people to record the good news and prayers in Garawa. They faced much spiritual opposition there. However, there are plans to record more material in languages from that area, as there is a great need for the gospel. In early 2018, they plan to get some speakers of the Mudburra language to travel down to Newcastle to record the Good News and the LLL series. There are also plans for another trip up to Borroloola to record the LLL series in Garawa. 2018 sees the possibility of a recording trip to Yirrkala to record the Gospel of Mark and other material in other Yolngu dialects. We thank God for all the recordings that have been made in Aboriginal languages, Please pray for the recording work being done in Australia now and in the future.